Today we're going to start off in Genesis 2:25. Genesis 2:25. The two of them were naked, the man and his wife, yet they felt no shame. The two of them were naked. Oh, niggity naked. They were rolling around in their birthday suit. And the man, his name is Adam, and his wife, her name will be Eve, yet they felt no shame. Today is the day, oh, that you have made. False evidence appearing real.
Hey,
False evidence appearing real.
today
False evidence appearing real. False
that
evidence
my
appearing
Jesus
real.
Christ has
False
made.
evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Test, test. This is David McDuffie sending you things that help with your fear. Okay, today we are getting into the prequel. How was life before fear? One may be asking, why is that so important? Okay, in the verse 25 of the first, no, the second chapter of Genesis. Why is that important? Well, it is very much important. And I love how this Tanakh places it at the beginning of the paragraph. And so it starts the paragraph with 25, and then it goes into chapter 3, which then talks about them and having shame later on. Which, if you did check out that episode, go ahead and listen to the episode in the past with Genesis 3:10 and Genesis 3:11, because you will understand why this is so important. Yet they felt no shame. The main two words in this is naked and shame. Naked and shame. And when we go further down and you listen to that episode, you'll see that, hold on, there was another time where they were naked and there was shame. So let's go into the definition of shame. When I go into the Copilot search, it lets me know that shame is a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. Ooh, here's an example. She was hot with shame, or he felt a pang of shame at telling Alice a lie. Also, as a noun, it is a loss of respect or esteem. It is dishonor. And so we're going to hit it back to the word. As you go and see the man and the wife, they, knowing that they have lost respect, they have lost esteem for themselves. And so definitely when God comes into the garden, they're like, oh, no, I have dishonored myself. So I need to do something so that I am not dishonoring God. Okay. They felt that consciousness of wrong. They knew that they had done foolish behavior. And, oh, I'm not getting into it. Go ahead and look at that verse. I'm just letting you know. Before there was the fall, before there was sin, they were naked. Okay? Teacher friend, not telling you to get naked in your classroom, not at all. You put those clothes on. Okay? Yes. Yes, do that. Teacher friend, this ain't Eden. Okay? All right? The guys are pretty much okay. All right? Well, not always, but for the most part. But ladies, come on now. You got teenagers in your class. And if not, you got little kids in your class. Put on some professional clothing. Stop this. Okay? Put on clothes. Okay? You're not in Eden. You're not in the garden anymore. Okay? And even though you think it's okay to put on leggings, those are skin tight. Okay? Put on something where people can't see your figure or your form, where they're gonna, be more respectful of you. Okay? Because they're not looking at other stuff. Maybe I went too far. All right. But you know what? Society isn't going far enough. Hey, I'm gonna keep it. So, yes, when the man and wife, they were in the garden before, they felt no shame. They felt no painful feeling. They felt no humiliation. They were walking around free and they had no consciousness of wrong. You know why they had no consciousness of wrong? Because they weren't doing wrong. Teach a friend. If you're doing wrong, you are going to know that you did wrong. Okay? Unless you're blissful, unless you're unsure. And then more or less, because it's happened in my life where I didn't even know. And somebody bluntly let me know, and then I knew. Oh, snap. That was wrong to do. Okay, I will not do it. I apologize. All right. I still feel no shame because I didn't know it was wrong and somebody said it was wrong. I repented. So I made sure that I was not going to do that wrong thing again. This is what happens when we get reprimanded in the school. If there's anybody who's been on investigation at your school, okay, that is because they're trying to figure out the facts of what happened, what the accusation was. But then a good admin will go to you and let you know, okay, we saw this, we listened to this, these were the facts of the investigation, and it shows that okay, you did this, and according to the policy that we have at school, let's not do that. They will go ahead and give you support or coaching so that they help you to not have that habit again. Okay. And as you have that coaching, as you have that training, listen to the admin, listen to the support, listen to the strategist so that you never have to be back in that office again. I'm not telling you to be fearful of the office. I'm just letting you know that you don't need to be humiliated because all organizations hire people that they believe are going to stay with them and be a strong addition to their company. The admin doesn't want to keep having conversations with you, teacher friend. So do what they say. And as you do what they say, then there will be no reason for humiliation, no reason for you have a consciousness of wrong. All right. And then, well, some things are just foolish behavior. Okay. It's common sense. Okay. If you're a professional teacher, don't be, don't have not yes, you be foolish like with your students, like have that connection, be fun, be amicable and friendly. I'm talking about the things that are unprofessional behavior. Okay, teacher friend. And when you have that unprofessional behavior, well, you're going to be hiding it. When you start to hide it, well, there's going to be something that happens where you get caught. And when you get caught, well, there's going to be an investigation and there's going to be a reprimand. There's going to be a write up. So stop with the unprofessional behavior, teacher friend. All right. Even though nobody has seen it yet, if you're listening to this, most likely there has been something that you've been hiding for quite a while. And you don't have to confess it to admin, you don't have to confess it to your team lead unless you feel led to go ahead and do that and definitely do that. But above all, confess it to yourself first and confess it to God. Like, hey, God, I keep taking these paper clips from school, and I know I should not be taking the paper clips from school, but they're just a little thing. And God says, are you supposed to be taking items from the school and use them for personal use? Well, if you know that you're not supposed to be doing that, this is the time to stop doing that. Okay? Our God is gentle. Our God is loving. Our God is love. There's no such thing. Love doesn't equal love. It makes no sense. All right. I mean, yeah, one equals one. Love equals love. But if you have one equals one, do you really know what one means? No. Okay. But yeah, God equals love. So if you know more about God, you know more about love. Or if you seriously know about love, then you know that, wow, God is that. Meditation. Genesis 2:25. The two of them were naked, the man and his wife, yet they felt no shame. If you want to be just like Adam and Eve, well, if you want to be just like the man and his wife before there was fear, then all you got to do is dance break. Hey, hey, dance break. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Dance break, dance break. Whew. As you get back from your dance break, all you really got to do is to confess. All right, and strive not to do unprofessional behavior. Just like my wife tells me, if they already told it, just do what they tell you to do. All right. She doesn't say it like that, but she does say that. It's like, just do what they tell you to do. It seems like you're doing it on purpose. You already knew that you weren't supposed to do that, or you were supposed to do this. So just follow instructions. And that's what we tell our students in the classroom. We say, follow adult instructions quickly. You do that too, teacher friend. You're going to follow adult instructions quickly. It's not just for the students that you teach, it's for you as well. And as you follow the instructions, you will not be humiliated. And even if you're a new teacher where it's like, I didn't know I was supposed to do that. If you don't know that you're supposed to do something, then you have grace because they were supposed to share it with you. You don't have to feel humiliated because you are a new teacher and that's on admin. That's on your team lead to let you know, oh, this is how this day is supposed to go. This is what happens during a C assembly day. This is what happens when we have a special guest coming in the morning or we have people observing us. If you don't know, there's no shame in that. You're not humiliated because nobody told you to know. But if somebody told you, then yes, there's going to be humiliation. Just like what happened with the man and his wife, there was humiliation. Okay? Two of them were naked and they felt no shame. There was no humiliation in the Garden of Eden. There's no humiliation in your classroom, teacher friend, because you will not be doing the wrong behavior. And if you do, you confess and you say, hold on, I did wrong behavior. Boom. So there's still no shame because you're not being foolish as a professional. False evidence appearing real. I take my heel, smash it down, obey Abba for his grace revealed. That is so.